Oh man, it's been a minute, right?
Oh yeah, it's been one. It's been one.
It's been, and I know it's funny. I know people are thinking like, "Oh man, season over, day over." Yep,
we won't, we won't wasting our good mental and head space on that travesty that was going on.
absolutely. It was nothing. It was really nothing to talk about, man. To be quite honest,
Right,
like
for
you know.
sure.
So I mean, even still, it's not much to talk about though. But we definitely got a couple things we got to get off our chest, especially
Right.
this one.
Yep. We
Also,
hearing some stuff. We hearing some stuff.
we hearing some things that definitely need to be discussed, brother.
Got to be
Um,
addressed. Got to be addressed, brother.
so we got I think AJ gonna join us later on when we discuss this Monday night game that we got going on against the Bengals.
Yeah,
But
President Tate.
yes, sir. But we are the Dallas Duo. I am one half of the Dallas Duo. I am D Hill. Who do I got with me tonight?
Man, got your boy D White, man. We back. Think y'all rocking with us, man. Well, like I said, y'all ain't missing much.
You know,
Just dropping down in that draft order. That's the only thing y'all missing.
that's all. That's all. And that was the funny thing about like a lot of people starting their draft content early and on, and like
Right.
I get it because we based off the positioning that we normally have,
Right.
us really focusing on the top dogs really wasn't our concern,
Right.
you
Right.
know. So I get it why people were starting a little bit early, but once again, some of the bold statements that they were making at in November, like
Hmm.
I don't want to draft another lineman at all. I'm like, okay, bro, like
Right.
it's December,
It's
like
December. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know where you picking at officially yet. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We going off where we are right now. The
yeah.
season, we got 5 more weeks, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So
We end up number 15, number 16. Hey, we might have our pick at the best offensive lineman in the draft. You know what I'm saying?
and it's like, why would we like I say, why would we dismiss it you know because of what? Because we drafted linemen before? Like
Right.
I'm not understanding, man. But I mean,
Especially, and that's a position of need. So, you know what I'm saying? It is
yeah,
what it
it is what it is,
is.
man.
What it is.
But man, I mean, I'm trying to get it in the group, and so that's why it looked like I'm doing something. So
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, sorry.
Good. Take your time, brother. Take your time. And like so, we got Boise State playing UNLV right now in the Mountain West Championship. So y'all got Genty out there, probably our first round pick. So if y'all get up here, hop on in. You know, do y'all some scouting. You know what I'm saying? Check the
All right.
player out.
So what? So since you already tiptoed around it, let's talk about it, man. How would you actually feel if we drafted Genty with our first round pick, whatever pick that we have?
Oh man, I'll be excited. Like a caveat, I don't know who's on the board, like who did we not pick over, but saying like we all where we at, we 14, like we number 14 right now.
Hmm.
And the guys like Abdul Carter, Mason Graham, McMillan, some of them guys they gonna be gone. They ain't making it to 14. So I'll be ecstatic because he probably probably at 14 if he's there he's gonna be the best player on the board. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
man, hey, we going like Vach said, we going to Golden Corral and we get him at number 14. You understand me?
yeah. I'm
Sure.
definitely the way that he like I said he runs the rock. Definitely, I'm definitely wouldn't be opposed to it, especially if we're drafting in the teens in that area.
Right.
Um, for me, as of right now, it's between him and Luther Burton. You know,
Right. That
and
opposition. Right. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, it's more so. Like I said, I do understand that it is December and it's
Right.
early. It's early in the game, and a lot of the way that I feel about whatever they do next off season is based off they have to be actual players in free
Thank
agent.
you. Right. hundred
So
percent.
I don't even like I said really I can't even get excited about anybody to be quite honest. If we gonna still go with the status quo, we're just relying on the
Nickel and
draft.
diamond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't really get too excited at that point, but um we more I'm hoping for more and more draft content to be of course once the season is ready.
Right. Then we got a
I'm,
spot locked in. Then we really good.
I want to see how these receivers is really looking. You know what I'm
You're right.
saying?
Hmm.
Just in case we do go jitty in the first round, like okay, can we get a wide receiver that we will be comfortable with in the second round?
Right, exactly.
And so I'm because of
I'm with you.
yeah. So I'm just I'm just being patient as far as draft focusing. You
Yeah,
know,
right.
wise.
Could keep it real. We the defense when the defense is healthy, defense is legit. We've done a lot of draft picks at defense and offense. We've done some high picks at offensive line. The skill position's been neglected for a while now, bro. Running back, wide receiver, tight end. They ain't seen a high pick in a while. So you gotta, it's time.
and and
It's time.
I'm not opposed on that philosophy at all. Like I said,
Right.
I understand it. We definitely need to get some real skill players. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Mhm.
Aside from opposite of CD,
Exactly. Exactly.
but
But like you said, I'm not gonna just do it just to do it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I'm like,
Right.
oh, we just gotta get skill players. Like
Mhm.
nah, I get it, but like
It got to make sense though.
yeah, like come on now, it's like I said, it's way too early to just to have you know your foot on the ground already,
Already.
slamming the table already. It's like, all
Right.
right, it's too early. But I do kind of like some of these players. I think if we think about, I think the problem that I'm having is I got to figure out who in front of us and what the other teams really need.
Right. Right.
Like prime example, like with Tat McMillan,
Uh huh.
we never was gonna get him.
Yeah.
Like he
Right.
never like in my mind already. I cannot see him getting past New England. Like so it's like
Mhm.
okay, you gotta have the either the 1 or the 2 pick for Travis Hunter, and I get it.
Yeah.
We were thinking about taking for Travis. I get it.
Yeah.
I was on
We was
board.
there. We was
That
there.
that ship has sailed.
It's
So
gone. It's
you
gone.
know,
Him and Shador going 1 and 2. I don't know, flip, flop. It don't matter how they go. They're gonna be the
however,
first two.
so they figure that out. But as far as him, like I said, Abdul Kar, I like him. Um, Mason Graham, I like him as well. So it's
Yeah.
like I
We out
wouldn't
there
be
range
mad.
now. Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad. We are we out? Are we out?
Right at today we are at 13 or 14. I think we out there range.
Yeah, but we at this point, like I say, now we got to hope for some quarterbacks.
Some quarterbacks going. Somebody gonna have to step up. Outside
Yeah,
of Shador, Cam Ward, who else? You know what I'm saying? Somebody else gonna have to step up. And that's
yeah,
just two quarterbacks.
yeah. That's the kid. Yeah, we definitely out
That
of
is-
range, and then we
yeah,
messed this
yeah.
thing up. But
There
like
you
you
go.
said, it's early, man. But we definitely got some things that we definitely need to talk about. And I got some scenarios that I kind of want to go through. But let's bring about it. We had heard it 3 times from 3 different people now.
From three different people. And when there's smoke, there's some fire
It's
behind
some
it.
fire. I mean,
There's
smoking
some
the door,
fire.
that
There's
man.
some fire. We're just keeping
So
it real.
first, we heard it from Jerry. They asked him the question, could Mike McCarthy return? And he was like, it wouldn't be stupid to think that he could return. We thought it was just Jerry being Jerry, trying to keep the season
Right.
alive, keeping the headlines and all. So we
Yep.
dismissed it. Then we get to Dak, and Dak says the same thing. I want, Mike to return, give him a chance to really have a real chance of doing this thing,
Yeah.
other than this season. Obviously we know he was set up based off how the offseason went. And
Definitely.
he thought about, Dak being a good soldier,
Mhm.
or what he supposed to say. These team,
Exactly.
he's still coaching the team. Your teammates are still out there trying to make
Exactly.
a playoff push. Like, what was he supposed to say?
Right.
So
Right.
we kind of dismissed that as well. And then we get Stephen Jones out here today. You know, I'm not saying Stephen Jones is the cherry on top. I'm
No.
just
Right.
saying
Right.
though, is of course he's like, yeah, this team is still rallying around McCarthy.
Hmm.
They still believe in him, and he endorsed him as well. So here's my first question: how would you feel about Mike McCarthy returning?
Personally, we just over it. Like it's time for a new this play calling. Like for him to regress from what he had, what the offense was looking like last year at the end of the year, where he was going. For him to revert back to what he was doing, but the first half of the year and even get worse. That's all I need. Like is it for me? You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready to this ship to sail. I'm ready for some new blood to come in here, some new ideas, some fresh ideas. That's what I'm on right now. I just don't want to see it no more. But I like I said, we talk about it. We got to
Oh,
come to a realization it could really happen. So,
yeah, that's it. Hold
but
on,
I'm
hold on.
over it. I'm
I,
over it though.
I feel the exact same way that you feel. It's just like it's time, bro. Like,
All right.
I get it. I know some of the circumstances definitely wasn't ideal, especially this year. You was a lame duck. They didn't give you
Right.
nothing to work with, and
He
they
did get
expect,
set up. Right. He did get
you
set
know,
up.
they sent you to the Dollar Tree and said like, hey, look, man, go make us a 5 course meal, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
So, so I get it from that aspect, but like I said, man, the when we had the pieces on offense this year, there is no reason why this offense. It's no reason why we should have been on here every week. Even us, even Vach, even whoever you listen to, we're saying the same exact things about the play calling, week
Yep.
in and week out. There's no reason that should have been an issue. Um, it shouldn't have been a consistent issue. So that aspect of it, it's like, yeah, Mike, I can't rock with you no more, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you got to roll.
As
Now,
a play caller, you failed as a play caller for sure.
now on the flip side, I want to ask you that just if we got that out of the way. If he does return, what would you like done differently?
All right. Like this is the thing. Like if we got all that out of the way, we know we want to change, but
Mhm,
since the point of him coming back, it could be worse. The man won 12 games 3 years in a row. That don't happen often. You know what I'm saying? So it's
mhm.
not like he don't know how to coach. I
Yes.
think he's a good coach. He might be a really good coach. He just don't need to call the plays. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
He need to focus on head coaching. That's what he do. Run the whole, oversee the whole team. Let somebody else with some, a young mind or somebody who got some good play designs or let them handle the offense. You know
mhm.
what I'm saying? You can sit in the meetings if you want, feel like you're doing something, whatever. But let you get a real OC, not like Schottenheimer with the title, but don't be calling no plays. You need a real OC who's calling the plays, who's running the offensive meetings, who's running that part in practice. Let him handle that. You oversee the whole team. Because I think on Monday through Saturday, he one of the best in the league. To me, outside like, penalties always been a problem with him.
Yeah, yeah.
We always had penalty issues, but we won 12 games 3 years in a row with those penalty issues. So I can let that kind of ride. It's just the play calling that really do us all. So if he's not calling plays and just overseeing the team, I could live with that. You know what I'm saying? We just need a good play caller in here to handle the offense for him, and I could rock with that if
And
we
that's the
had.
thing.
It.
So yeah, with that, with that, got to make sure we emphasize that if he does return, definitely, I would definitely like for a different play caller to be here. Even if of course, I think worst case scenario, if he does return, is just relinquishing the play calling duty to Brian Schottenheimer.
That's what I think. That's the be right, right,
I wouldn't be excited, but at the same time, it's like, all right, you know what? Maybe it could work.
right. But we've
You know,
seen Schottenheimer's offenses in Seattle, so we know he can call. You know what I'm saying? We see him wrestle in his offense, so
we
you
know
know.
we know the comfort that Dak likes to be in of doing certain things. He's been in the building for enough to actually know the strengths and weaknesses of Dak. So of course
Right,
he should be able to do so. He should be able to hear some of the things that we're hearing about what we want. About
right,
the pre snap motion and stuff like that. He should be able to implement those easier and continue to evolve. Of course, he would not be the first choice at all. I'm looking at two names right here, and of course, these are not ideal names. So don't even think that I'm, you know, like just hear me out though. I'm listening. I'm looking at what Thomas Brown is doing over here in Chicago,
right. Mm-hmm.
and the reason why I'm looking at him is because he was one of the um, candidates that interviewed for the offensive coordinator job before it
Right.
was was given to Schottenheimer. Okay,
Tomlin
maybe
Jr.
hey, may, maybe he was just a Rooney Rule
Right, right,
interview. So cool, and you had to mark that off. But I'm looking at what he's doing, what he's about to do. I've been watching Chicago since he took over the play calling. What I'm saying, they look more cohesive. You know,
right. Mhm.
com-
They got a
com-
purpose.
they look competent, like they have a
Mhm.
purpose now.
Right.
I'm also looking at Scott Turner, and
Okay. Okay.
the reason why I'm looking at Scott Turner, I've been wanting Scott Turner back in Dallas for a while anyway.
Right.
But my thing is, if we want to keep selling and reliving the '90s and what we did in the '90s, okay, bring his son.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Brady's son, he
Mm-hmm.
he he's orchestrated enough competent offenses, whatever, that he should be good enough to get the job done, and
Yeah.
he wouldn't be that much of a different that Dak couldn't learn the offense is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I know it seemed like Dak is so comfortable in what he's doing, and like he might be a little afraid to step out the box and try to learn an entire new offense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at what Scott did, and when Scott took over, hey bro, Aiden O'Connell lit the Chiefs up.
Right. Is that right? Right. Right. He look competent.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I get it. That's a division game. You know, hey, do what you want to do with that one. But I'm going to continue to pay attention to these Raiders and
Right.
some of these games and see, like, okay, what Aiden O'Connell doing over there? Okay, all right, I get it. I ain't gonna look at what Brock Bowers doing because Brock Bowers is a freak.
Right. Exactly.
But I'm definitely gonna look at the production. I'm like, okay, they fired their offensive coordinator. He just came in off the rip. He told me
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't in the building.
Yeah.
I need to see what he got going on, and I think I think the philosophy enough could be it could be enough of a change that is good enough for us. Like I said, of course, I know we want the Shanahan tree dude,
Right.
and
Right. Yep.
I know we want Ben
The
Johnson,
Ben
and
Johnson.
like I get it, like I get it, me
Mhm.
too. But at some point, like some of these people need to be realistically,
Right.
you know,
Those they're not gonna happen. So we need to
yeah,
go. Yeah. We need to get so that's close in our range that we know that's a possibility, and that's top one at the top of the list that that's possible for us. We're not paying for Ben Johnson.
no.
Shanahan didn't get fired. You know what I'm saying? Like so, we got to think. You know, who can we possibly get, and what's the best out there that we can possibly get, and he's one of them for sure. And a caveat to that, his dad will come with him, a consultant. This is a veteran, not even a coach. He just somewhere they make a position, a title up,
Yeah,
and he sit up there and help oversee some stuff, help his son out, draw some plays up. I mean, he went the '90s, right? That's what they always talk about the '90s.
I,
Hey,
it makes too much sense, right?
it make too much sense. You know
All
what I'm
right,
saying?
I'm just that's how I'm looking at. Of course, I'm pretty sure if he returns, I'm pretty sure that he got to keep Schottenheimer. I'm pretty sure he gonna want to. That's his boy. I would think that the if he were to return, I think they should have these uncomfortable conversations. Like, listen, hey, what's the boy name? What's the running game coordinator got to go?
Oh, yeah, we just talked about it on the other day too. Shit.
Oh man,
We,
Blasco.
we got Glasgow.
Hey,
Yep.
look, Blasco, Solari, they got to go, dog.
See you when I see you.
Yeah, they got to go off rip. Hey, you can keep Schottenheimer if you want to. He got to be the play caller. If
Right.
not, he got to go. Go ahead, interview somebody, and do what you got to do. Like, of course, I would like a Clint Kubiak.
Right. There you go.
Coming from New Orleans, because they probably about to blow it up.
They're
Whole
blowing
new
that
staff.
up. Yeah, they're
So
blowing that up.
I would be bringing people in, man.
His brother already quality control on the staff. Well, scout one of them. He's
Yeah,
something. He's going to staff somewhere here.
one of the top scouts. So, like I say, you already
Yeah.
got his brother involved. I think you should do something like that. Like I say, hey, running backs coach, running game coordinator. Hey, Eric Bieniemy. Say he just left. It
Yep.
was it,
UCLA.
it was reported that he got fired
Mm.
at first, but he didn't get. It was a mutually partnered ways.
Right.
So I would try to bring him involved in, like you say, running back coach, running game coordinator, something. So you need
Right.
somebody else. You need somebody different from what you got going on. And I think I don't think he learned that from. He should have learned that because
You should.
when he went and got Dan Quinn was nothing that he is accustomed to,
Thank you. And it worked.
and it worked.
That's what he
Same thing.
needed.
Same thing with Zimmer. Zimmer is something that he's not accustomed to. I know he went
Right.
against Zimmer, but Zimmer not his cup of tea when it comes to who he picks as a defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
So if you thinking outside the box when it comes to the defense, it's
Thank
trying to
you.
do that same thing on the offense. I get it,
Thank
man.
you. Thank you.
You're a play caller at heart. I get it. I get it, bro.
It didn't pass them by. Keep
But
it real. It didn't pass them by.
at some point, you gotta look in the mirror, dog.
Yeah.
And if I still want to remain a head coach, I mean, hey, listen, this might be the thing that I got to do.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? You want to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, or you want to go back to that barn in Wisconsin and get on that whiteboard and get your boys over and get a little fake staff together and look for another job? Who gonna hire you after that?
Because the thing about it is, people keep talking about like he gonna get another job. I think it's over after this.
Right. It's over.
I think it's over. I think because even though he done a great job, I think nobody was. I think they not gonna look at that. He got
Yeah.
the job on the hot seat.
Thank you.
If you think about it, they was ready to fire him out the first year, and then
Yep.
after the second year, they was ready to fire him again. Like he been on the hot seat the entire time that he's
The
been
entire
there
time.
because
The entire time.
he was hired to get us over the hump.
Right.
Like he wasn't hired to change the culture and none of this.
Winning the
None of this.
playoff.
Yeah, he was hired to win in the playoffs, and he hasn't done that.
Yeah.
Is that his fault? Probably not. But I mean, that's how it go. But the way he's been viewed, the way he's been talked about, the way he's been portrayed, I don't think I don't think another team ready to hire him.
No, I don't think so either.
Unless it's one of those nasty jobs that nobody was gonna take, and be like, all
Yeah.
right, well, I'm here, dog.
Right.
Like when Lovie Smith hit the block again, like.
Right. Exactly.
So if McCarthy returned, how you feel about Zimmer returning?
So I feel better on Zimmer because like you can see as the defense get healthier and they play, and week by week they look more comfortable in this defense. And he's shown that he do new things. He's shoot, that ain't cover two ain't work this week. Next week let me do some of this right here. You know what I'm saying? He would change the defensive philosophy up week to week. That's what I like. That's kind of Bill Belichick-esque. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Different game plan week to week, not just we're gonna do cover two shell, cover single high, and that's what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I hate that Rod Marinelli stuff, man. Like, nah.
Yeah. That's the beauty of you shoot Zimmer some bail, man. It's like you say, you actually see him, try something new or try something different, especially with him being decimated with injuries. Like you say, you went through 4 games without Micah. You still don't have D-Law back.
Right.
You just getting Bland back, and when you get Bland back, you lose Trayvon.
Thank you. It's crazy, man.
And then the backups to the backups,
right.
Or your cornerbacks get hurt. You lost them, like
2 safeties, backup safeties, both of them get hurt.
Yeah, so like your defensive linemen get hurt. So it's like you've been decimated with injuries and still trying to implement a new system. It always takes time. It's like, for example, if you look at the Seahawks, Seahawks was they had way better personnel, and it still took them some time to actually gel and understand what Mike Macdonald was asking them to do. And now all of a sudden they look like the defense of okay. So, you look at Miami. I understand Miami had some injuries as well, but their defense was starting to click. It's like, okay, boom, we starting to get something from our offense now. Makes it a whole lot better. But their defense is starting to click now, and like I said, it takes time when you get a new defensive system.
Definitely.
Of course, it took time, and then like I said, taking time with that, and then getting injured. Dealing with injuries, it was a recipe for disaster. But
recipe for disaster.
He made actual attempts to try something different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, I'm definitely I'm cool with if they run it back. I'm cool with Zimmer coming back. I'm also cool with if a new coach want to keep Zimmer. You know what I'm saying? If they want to, don't force him.
That's my thing. There you go. I would hate for another coach to get forced on. That's good. That's what Dallas love to do.
Yeah. So
coordinate on a new coach. If they if they choose on their own to keep them, I'll be happy.
I'll be fine.
But just don't force it on nobody.
I know we ain't gonna never really get the official answer to that.
Right. Exactly. We all gonna think if he stay. If we get a new coach and he end up being a different, we all like, Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry forced it on him, but
he had to have to do a whole polygraph or whatever.
Right.
to tell us, hey, no, this for real, bro.
It's for real. I didn't have nothing to do with it. He wanted them. Like, all right.
And that's the thing, man. They putting us in this predicament of actually thinking about it because I mean, as we stated in the off season, man, this was a whole setup year.
Right, whole setup year.
They did nothing to make the team better. They purposely, they did a lot of talking, but they definitely told Dak, "Hey, look, you gotta do more with less." They had these scapegoats already in place.
Uh-huh.
Dak, they knew Dak and McCarthy was going to take the bullets, and I think they didn't realize that the front office was going to actually started to take way more bullets than everybody else. People
Mhm.
started to realize, like, hey, look, y'all, this was y'all fault.
Right.
So I think when them understanding that, maybe this was the plan all along, you know, was to just bring them back or whatever, who knows, or they just came to their senses, like, you know what, man, we did set this man up. Maybe we give him a 2-year deal, two
Right.
year 2-year extension, and see what he got.
It just seemed crazy after 3 12 win seasons. You don't extend them, but after this disaster, you extend them. It's just weird, bro.
I mean, that playoff game was that bad.
The Green Bay game was that bad.
Yeah, that Green Bay game was that bad. Like he
That
could have
bad.
just
That bad. Should have
like
fired him right after that.
if they would have fired him, then if they would have blew it up, we wouldn't have been mad. I mean,
Nope.
it is that's how bad it was. So, I'm not cool with that aspect when they,
Yeah.
with them taking their time and not making a rash decision or not even rewarding anybody. Not, but it is what it is. But our guys in the building. It's time to
Oh
talk
yeah.
about this Monday night game.
Oh yeah.
Monday night game. So we here. What's going on, sir?
Oh man, El Presidente.
What's going on, man? What's
Oh
going
man,
on,
what's up, baby?
man? It's.
Why you
I
looking
wish
so
we could have
sad,
been. I
man?
wish we could have been here on better terms, man.
I know, man. I know.
Don't you hate? We got to start getting together. In good times, and
Yeah,
joyous
good
times.
time.
Don't always let it be. For the funeral,
Right at the repass.
or the repast, where you start reaching out to, and we coming together. We got to come together more
We got
often
to,
in the joyous moments.
got to, baby, got to.
Oh, man.
No,
Golly,
let me had a game that nobody
golly.
want to win. Like,
Yes, that's how nasty this Monday night game is going to be, man. Um, let's keep it. Let's talk about our offense. Let's go start off first. We're gonna talk about our offense, and you're gonna rebuttal with your defense, and then we're gonna vice versa. We're gonna go talk about your offense, and we're gonna talk about our defense. So Cooper Rush, has been looking like after that first game. I don't know what was going on that first game.
45 yards passing.
Yeah, but he settled down and actually is looking like a legitimate backup quarterback. He's the offense is at times looking like it's competent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mhm.
At times he making some plays and he looking good, and at times he fumbling the ball and recovering it.
At least twice a game, he gonna fumble.
But we had some O-line changes. We got the unfortunate news that Zach Martin is going to be out for the rest of the year, and we got to deal with that.
That's
But
unfortunate.
um, how do we feel, D. White? How do you feel that our offense is going to go and attack their defense?
And look, their defense hasn't been good at all. Just keeping it real.
Yeah,
But our offense at its best right now with Cooper Rush, Mike McCarthy not wanting to run the ball, even though we can run the ball, but if we dedicate running the ball, I can't see like it kind of balances each other out. You know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna score some points, but we're not gonna score enough to keep up. Well, Burrow is playing MVP football right now. Jamar Chase gonna light up. If Diggs come back, he come back off of injury. He ain't played in 3 weeks.
yeah,
And Chase already said he ready to get some get back
yes,
after what Diggs did to him last time. So he's looking to put a $150 on somebody's head out there. Higgins coming back, he gonna do somebody dirty. You know what I'm saying? So we, no matter what their defense look like, we're not gonna score enough to keep up. My opinion, to keep up what they're gonna put up. They put up 38 on Steelers defense. Steelers defense is a better D than ours. No Diddy.
yeah.
That's
That was
my
kind of
opinion.
crazy.
That's my.
That was kind of crazy. But
So I'm looking at who they played this far, right? And they got the Panthers. They got the Andy Dalton Panthers, right?
mm-hmm.
He threw up 24 points. Cool. Okay, you went against the Giants. Giants is trash. They threw up 7 points. Went through the Browns. Browns 14 points. We went through the Raiders. Raiders back up. Who quarterback played that game? Minshew
Minshew.
24 points. You know what I'm saying? We
We scored 20. We scored 21, 21, 23.
so we expect Cooper Rush to do better than what these teams did
Nah.
against the same ass defense.
Right. You know, we're gonna have to throw the ball 50 times.
I'm listening to AJ. We listen to AJ.
So what can't Cooper Rush do that Gardner Minshew did against this defense? Because remember when I want to preface this, D White, I did say all the Cowboys got to do is score 24 points and y'all gonna beat us. Because this is gonna be one of the games where it's just gonna be like, oh, all of a sudden the Bengals can't score because guess what? We see, bro. I'm not sure if you happen to see it, but D Hill saw it. Orlando Brown trying to run out and block on the boy hurt. The
Yeah,
boy
Boy
hurt.
hurt.
The boy is hurt. So
Right.
again, between everything from the right guard all the way to the left tackle, Mike is gonna be like, "There's my
Any minute,
bitch."
mighty mo. Any minute, there's my
Water boy style.
boy.
There's my bitch. And so again, like this it's going to be one of those games where the Zach Taylor is going to have his tail between his legs, and we're going to be like, "Yo, why can't we get any points? Why can't we move the ball? Why is nobody open?" And Jamar Chase is saying, "Hey, I want my get back."
Right.
Well, he's having some calf injuries, some calf issues, I'll say. So who knows if he'll even be able to have the opportunity. So again, I don't know what this thing is going to look like, and
Right. Yeah, Jamar Chase is banged up. Then that definitely changed it for sure.
and then coming off of the Steelers game,
Right.
already getting
Physical
beat,
games.
already having to play that game. I don't have any faith that they're going to come out and look good in this game. I've seen it. I've seen this story before.
Right.
I've seen it before. And my thing is, even in that Chargers game where we put up 27 points, that first half, it didn't look like that.
No, not at all. Yeah.
And so I know what it's going to look like when we come out. I've said this to Hill over and over and over. Even when we were going to the Super Bowl, please just start the game fast.
Right.
And so again, especially with the defensive front that they're gonna have to face. I don't see them starting fast, especially because this defense, Logan Wilson, he's on IR. That's another thing that we talk about. So that's another thing. They was already getting cooked in the past game. So CD, take the over. Take the over.
Right.
12, I don't care if he get 5 yards of reception. 12 catches, take the over.
Right. Especially coming off last week. He wants something.
But as we've had, even the games that Cooper Rush has looked good or played good, we've had questions in the first half like, bro, if he gonna look like this, we might as well play Trey Lance.
Right.
Like, correct me if I'm wrong. How many games we just said that, D White?
Everyone.
You feel what I'm saying? So the fact that I'm not sure if I don't know which Cowboy team did you think about? We about to just start off hot and just blow the doors off. Like this ain't that.
Like, I think his best game be like 150 yards passing. I think 158.
He threw for something.
You want to know how Cooper Rush can throw for over 300 yards?
He can. Listen.
He has over 300 yards. Right.
Let me just say, whenever Mike Hilton is on the field, say CD, him.
Right,
him. And that's how Cooper Rush will throw for 300 yards. Hopefully, Mike McCarthy don't watch film and he hasn't seen what Mike Hilton looks like in coverage lately. Yeah. But that's the key. That is the key.
Don't put it past Mike now. He'll go at the best player on defense. He'll go at him.
He knows this. And some I wanted to attack something that you said. You said you've seen this before, right? And as far as I guess you consider your team just giving up, right?
No, I'm not saying they giving up, but
Mhm.
if we talking about the defense, they can
It's the
try.
defense. The defense
They
holding you back, man.
they
Okay,
can try.
so now
Yeah.
let's flip. Now let's flip because when you said I've seen this before, I'm like, you've never seen this before with a Joe Burrow team. Like Joe Burrow is playing at an MVP level.
Mm-hmm.
Jamar Chase is playing at an offensive player of the year type of level. You know, like I said, I mean, all of a sudden they just gonna stop now. Like Jamar Chase trying to get paid real money, so he's not gonna stop.
Higgins trying to eat too.
And he will get paid. They
Mhm.
like it of course.
Who's the
But
league
it's a
leader in
team.
sacks?
But it's a team game. It's a
Who's
team game.
who's the league leader in sacks?
Trey Hendrickson.
Trey Henderson's the league leader in sacks, right? So do
Mm-hmm.
you know we on our Will Schumer's the backup technically,
Mm-hmm.
But he's
And
yeah,
Fred
he's
but
the backup back.
and Fred
but
Johnson was the
technically he the third. Go
Fred
ahead.
Fred Johnson was technically the backup in Philadelphia. He got cut from the Bengals, got cut from the practice squad, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Trey Henderson didn't get a single sack on him. He was 1-on-1 with him all day.
And what Trey what did Trey do against the Raiders?
Yeah, that was against the Raiders. But I'm saying,
Okay,
but what I'm saying is just because it's a backup, don't mean he about to go out there and get 3 sacks because I've seen him get shut out by a backup. That's all I'm saying. I've seen him get shut out by a backup.
Truman not that trash. So, but he's also coming off injury.
This is for
So
yeah. So it's gonna be
We
interesting
shall
to see
see.
Chuma out there trying to hang over Higgins. Like this is his first action, or did he get some action last? I can't remember.
I think he got some action last week. I think he got some action last
They
week.
got a couple reps, okay, yeah, but still, yeah.
Yeah, it won't.
First
It
full
won't.
time, man.
Yeah, it won't a lot.
Right.
I'm just. I'm not vouching for nothing about the defense. I believe the defense is that bad. The defense is that bad. It's been playing that bad all year. So I'm not about to
Yeah,
say that. All I'm
definitely.
saying is we
Reload.
know who Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush ain't about to just attack. He ain't about to just attack them. You know, and also he has plenty of plays that he be trying to give it away.
Oh yeah, he gonna fumble. He gonna fumble twice, and he gonna throw at least 2 balls that should be a pick
Yeah.
six.
That paper plane Kurt Cousins through last week.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper got a couple of them in his arsenal.
Yeah, he got some of them on for sure.
You just got to catch it.
That's the thing. You got to catch him.
Got to.
And guess what? There's been plenty that we dropped.
Right.
I just had a pick six last week.
Yeah, but what about the one that we dropped that could have won the game against the Chargers? Mike Hilton again.
No.
Yeah,
I'm saying we got lucky that Cam Taylor Britt caught that. But guess what? About damn time, because he owed me that. Getting cooked. Boy been getting cooked.
Yeah, playing bait.
So yeah. And yeah. Like
so go ahead and discuss your offense about our defense. I mean, you already took our point away. We know Mike about to dominate this game, so we don't have to reiterate that. But like you go ahead and discuss your offense.
hey,
I think Overshawn had a big game too.
I 8-miled this. I 8-miled it.
You did.
I
Yeah,
8-miled
you
it.
did. You
I
did.
knew what was coming.
You already knew.
But yeah,
For
so
sure.
to me, yes, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. I'm loving what I've been seeing from Chase Brown as a lead back. He's been
Definitely.
able to hold it down as a lead back when he's been getting carries. He actually should be getting more carries.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
You know, when T. Higgins is out on the field, T. Higgins is doing T. Higgins things.
Right.
We're still trying to figure out this. We're still trying to figure out this third wide receiver. But kind of what I expected coming into the season, I feel like Mike Gesicki is kind of really taking that role. And you know, everybody else kind of falls in line after that. But I think this offense is very it's difficult. Nothing comes easy in this offense. And I think that's always been my issue with this offense. And that's why I say I've kind of seen this before, because knowing that nothing is easy in this offense, everything has to rely on, hey, you're a great player, so go be great. type
Right.
thing. It's never just like, okay,
No scheme, like no scheme them open. Like
there's no scheme involved. Like there's really no scheme involved. And so when you have to constantly rely on, hey, you're great, go be great. Your great players will make plays. But when someone is like, hey, we're working to take you out of this game or and stuff like that, it makes it really difficult. I can't remember, I can't count how many times when T. Higgins was out, Jamar Chase is just lined up and he just runs directly into the cloud coverage. And basically
right,
they just take him out of the play. Like you don't,
right,
try and run him across the field, over routes, nothing like that. Make people chase him. It's just like, all right, just go run 10 yards in a stop route and you got a man high and low type thing.
right.
So it's like, yeah, that's an issue. Even the run game scheme, like Chase Brown is getting a lot on like, just kind of some chunk plays here and there where it's like, hey, that was a good run. But it just doesn't always look pretty. And then once
Mm,
like, if it gets to a point where it's just like, oh, negative run and a 1 yard run, we pass on the rest of the game. Don't worry about it.
right. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Micah, pin your ears back. It is
Mhm.
time. It is time to go. So
Right.
that's just kind of my issue with this offense. It's just like I know the ability that it has to put up points, but I also know that it can sputter really, really quickly, and especially it can sputter right out the gate and
Mhm.
put us in a disadvantage. So
Right. That's my biggest pet peeves with play callers, man. I know you got a great player. Most of the time, 9 times out of 10, that great player can beat the man across the field from him. But it still be think how great he would be if you could scheme him open and make it easier for him. You know what I'm saying?
put
Like I don't understand why that don't make sense.
put him against the not so great player.
Thank you. Like move him around. Oh, it's a scrub over here. Like like the playoff game against San Fran. I started to get off topic. They had Michael going against Trent Williams 90% of the time. That's
All
cool.
game.
That's
No,
cool every once in a while.
it
Yeah.
was never
Best on
cool.
best. But hey, man, you got John Smith over here, and,
Oh,
and right tackle they can't block nobody. Why not move
yeah,
Michael down there?
exactly. And that's exactly my point about, hey, whenever you see Mike Hilton on the field, because when we was in that Chargers game, whenever Harbaugh seen Mike Hilton on the
Right.
field, hey, lad,
Right.
go get him.
Go get him.
The way our defense has been playing since Michael returned definitely gives me the positive. The positive about this game. I think Michael's going to wreck shop. Like I said, we seen TJ wreck shop last week. We seen Nick Herbert. He wrecked shop. So it's like I'm confident that we can duplicate that. At the same
Right.
time, they still put up 38 points
Yeah.
on that defense after with them causing that much havoc. Um,
We did
like
get
I
a pick
said,
six.
yeah. I mean, Trayvon coming back. He's still he's not 100%. We already know that.
Yeah.
Bland still been
Yeah.
working his way back. We confident in Jordan Lewis is gonna do his thing, but
Right.
our safeties is still our safeties. So
Yeah.
if
Donald
Gasecki
can't cover.
is gonna be that third option, he about to cook. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little worried about that. But Overshown is definitely
Whose
going.
safety room is worse? I'm going ours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
with Gino can't do nothing, right?
Bro, he can't do a thing. He
Yeah,
can't tackle.
He used to be
He
good.
can't
What
catch.
happened?
Mike McDonald, dog.
No, he
He's
used to be
the,
good.
he's the
That's
whisperer.
crazy.
See, we know Donovan can't cover nobody.
He can't cover. He
But
basically down linebacker for real.
yeah, but when he come down here, at least he can tackle and he can
Yeah,
blitz and do all that. So we
yeah,
know his strengths and we know his
right.
Gino can't do that.
That's crazy, man. Gino was good.
Hold on. Who the other safety though?
I I guess we'll see if Von Bell
Von
starts. We'll see if
Von
he
Bell still
starts.
holding man. He's still
Yeah,
Uh,
kicking.
yeah.
um,
Hooker better than him though,
yeah,
Yeah, look
and
better than
so,
Von Bell. Yeah.
and he
right,
ain't good either.
right.
Okay.
He got benched last game and then got mad that he got benched. But it's just like, hey, dog,
No,
go watch
if you
the
get cooked,
tape.
yeah, you
Go.
getting cooked. You getting cooked.
Why are you mad? Go. Why? The man said, I don't. Well, if I'm not playing, I don't even know why y'all brought me here. Well, we didn't think it would be like this.
Well, we were playing you until you started getting cooked.
Oh man, hey,
We
got to be
we didn't know why
confident.
you we didn't know why
Yeah,
we
we
brought you
don't.
back.
Right.
Bro, you got cut from the Panthers. To me, that is a sign that hey,
Yeah.
maybe he
You
lost.
need to keep your mouth shut and collect this check, bro.
Maybe he lost it, and that's okay.
Y'all. So El Presidente. So if y'all don't make the playoffs this year, which is looking, chance of getting slim, bro. You think Taylor coming back? I know that seat hot.
Is it? Is the seat hot?
I think it started getting hot last year.
From me, maybe, maybe if you heard me talk, then you'd be like, "Oh,
Right,
Zach."
right.
But if you actually were like, "Huh, let's look at the Bengals," no, his seat's not hot.
Still
It'll
getting
be hot.
that Super Bowl love. Still, he still got some of that Super
Yeah,
Bowl on him.
his seat's safe because he still got 2 years left on his deal. So
Lord.
he'll go into next season, and next season they're gonna win 11. Like they'll mess around and win 11
Right,
games.
right,
He'll
right.
get he'll get an extension, and then I'm just gonna be unhappy because I know what Zach Taylor coming back is gonna mean.
Right.
So yeah, his seat's not hot, but it it
It
should
should.
be.
It should.
It
Right.
should be.
Yeah,
'Cause this is
definitely.
unacceptable. This is unacceptable.
Right. No, for sure. With the talent y'all got, hell yeah, man, for sure.
And
So
the reason why I say it's unacceptable is the way, like, those slow starts. That's unacceptable
every
because
year though, it's a thing
this
now. Every year.
this season would look completely different
Mhm.
if you didn't start slow. Because my thing
Mm,
is, even even if you like just the very first game of the season, you cannot lose to the Patriots. You cannot lose that game
cannot,
to the Patriots.
cannot.
You cannot. You cannot lose like that alters the whole trajectory of the season because that's supposed to be an easy win.
That's
And
a guaranteed W right there.
like that was like literally starting your season with the Patriots should have been like Hill said, that was a layup.
Mhm.
Right.
Like that was the league saying, "Hey, look, here goes a little warm up for this Chief game that we got for y'all at the second game of the
Right.
season."
Right. We know y'all like to start slow. Here, let me give you this Patriots W real quick.
So is Lou Anarumo safe?
I don't think he's safe, just because how bad it's looked. Like because to me, I feel like you lost some of the sauce. And it's just like usually we've seen like, oh, Lou, in in those matchups where he faces those big quarterback, like the high level quarterbacks,
Mhm.
he always is able to push, kind of that button. Yes, that Chiefs game, it looked okay. Like it was like you had a chance, but to me, 24 against Andy Dalton, against what they like, against how that team looked the fourth game, like coming like for those 3 games prior to giving up 24 to that team, unacceptable.
Mhm. Right.
And say what you will, even if he's playing at an MVP level, basically 40, what was it, 41, and what did they give up that second Baltimore game? 35. So
Mhm.
41 and 35 to Lamar
Right.
Jackson. Like you didn't get like no stops, none.
Mm.
Like you didn't stop a thing.
Right.
And then again, Baltimore, and then also to the Commanders game. Like
Yeah.
you got to
Yeah.
have it. You got to
Got
have
it.
it, and then you don't press the right button, and they
Yeah.
go deep on you, and they call game. So again, to me, it's just like it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
But is it more so? Is it unacceptable on his part, or is it a personnel issue?
If it's a personnel issue, I still think that there is scheme issues along with it,
Mhm.
and because it's like we've seen like the Vikings don't have like a ton of great pass rushers, but other guys get pressure.
Right.
They run certain things where it's simulated pressures and this and that. And just like you were talking about with Micah going up against Trent Williams, 90% of the time,
Hmm.
hey, just last week is the first time since Trey Hendrickson has been in Bengals stripes, he's moved to the other side. And
That's crazy.
there's been plenty of times where it's just like, hey, their right tackle is terrible. Hey, when
Right.
we've played the 49ers, we've been like, hey, McKivitz, go rush against him.
Thank you. Like anybody but Trent.
Especially with Sam Hubbard taking the giant steps back that he has. Hey, let Trent Williams waste his time with Sam Hubbard.
Thank you.
Let Broderick Jones waste his time with Sam Hubbard. Let some of these dudes waste their time. Just go stand in their way. Trey, go get the weak link.
That's right. I mean, it makes too much sense. I don't understand it, man.
And then even then, like early in the season, Miles Murphy, like he was being more productive than Sam Hubbard, and still only getting a quarter of his snaps. When it's just like, really, Sam Hubbard should be off the field.
Right.
So it's just like, now that I know you have control over.
Mm-hmm.
You may not have control of who you bring in, but
right.
you have control over playing time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so then that's been my issue. Like, yeah, hey guys, like it. And I like Lou because without Lou, some of those things, some of those great moments that we had, like we've probably been a part of, two of Patrick Mahomes' worst games as a pro.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like sometimes you lose your sauce. Sometimes they start to figure you out. And again, especially within our division, you can't have Lamar putting up 40 on you every week, and then you go see the Steelers, and then they put up, over 30 on you too.
Yeah.
And you're not getting no stops. Like we're in, what week is this? Like week
14.
14? Yeah.
I think teams have only punted like 15 times in our home games or something like that.
In 14 weeks, that's crazy. Was that one point a game?
That is unacceptable.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You know who Brian Anger is?
Mm-hmm.
I said you're gonna get familiar with him this week, maybe.
Best punter in the league.
You know what I'm saying?
You know who Cade York is?
Yeah. Oh man, so D White
about to pick him off waivers this week.
Boy, kicking for a job.
Right.
So D Wade, give your prediction of the game Monday night.
My prediction of the game is I'm gonna say Bengals gonna score 27, Cowboys gonna score 24. So 27-24 Bengals.
All right. I'll go. I got 31 Bengals. 21. Nah, so we gotta need something stupid like 22.
Right, it's got to be something.
Yeah, 22 Cowboys.
That's what and I like what you're thinking, D White, because I said the Cowboys will score 24. Hill said you got Cooper Rush scoring 24 points. Yeah, I got the Cowboys scoring 24.
Listen to this, D White.
And the Bengals doing something stupid and scoring 22 points. 24-22.
Look at that 22. There you go.
there goes your 22. So it's going to be the Cowboys 24. And it's the Simpsons game. It's going to be some.
We need to talk about that. It's the Simpsons game.
It's going to be some goofy Simpsons stuff, and it's going to be 24-22 Cowboys.
It is. Of course, it's going to be Monday night. The whole world watching us.
And then they're going to be like, should Cooper Rush be the guy in Dallas?
Like going for 145 yards a game. Like what?
Yeah. We already hearing that already,
Right.
He just wins. He just wins. Something Dak
he won 2 in a row.
Even though Dak got like an 80% win percentage.
Right. Ridiculous, man.
Lord. So you got beef with Sean, AJ? You got 28-17.
Big Sean, what's up, Big Sean?
Eagles fan extraordinaire.
He got the Cowboys putting up 28.
Yeah, I don't like I say that. Like this is still Cooper Rush. Like
it's still Cooper Rush. Yeah. We ain't gonna run the ball. Ain't got Cooper Rush, so it's gonna be tough to get 28.
It's gonna be a nasty game.
Watch what Schoonmaker do.
I'll take it though. I like to see development. So if Schoon go off, I like to see that.
All right,
Well, Ferguson back, so Schoon won't even get a snap.
Yeah,
But special teams.
You know how it go. You know, get
You know,
back, get to the back of the bus.
to the back of the
All right.
bus. Baby.
Well, what Schoon gonna mess around and get a special teams touchdown. Watch.
Right.
Fake punt.
Right. Right.
Take that to the crease.
Hey, what we had a fake work all year. Watch it work now.
But we ain't ran one in a while. We do for one.
We do for one.
Oh man, I want to appreciate you, AJ, for joining us, man.
Presidente.
For sure.
You know, we are the Dallas Duo. You are part of the 3-man weave with me as well. Appreciate it. We just recorded our episode a little bit earlier, so it's definitely on the channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We are here representing everybody, man. So
yeah.
Most definitely.
And we are.
Well, y'all have a good weekend, man. Y'all be safe.
For sure.
Yeah.